Welcome back to Smash Ultimate World of Light. We unlocked Shulk last time, so let's go ahead and switch over to him. And this will be interesting because Shulk was one of my, well, at least I attempted to main him back in Smash 4. And, by the way, let's go over his outfits, I'm pretty sure I know what they all are. Rhine... Wait, no, Fiora. Fiora, obviously. Dunban. Rhine. No, that's Dunban. That's Melia. That's Ricky. And that's the silly outfit that you put him in when you want to be silly. Yeah, that's Ricky. That's Melia. That's Dunban. That is Rhine. That's Fiora. Anyway. I just like original Shulk. So yeah, I kind of tried to main him back in Smash 4, but apparently he's changed quite a bit, so this should be interesting. I know the change to Monado art, but, alright, I was going to go for Hyper Smash attacks. I do have Fiora. Is she a prime? I think she's a secondary spirit, actually. So, let us fight the character from For the Sake of Frog become... No, it's Wanaru, not Ninaru. Okay. Because Ninaru would be become. And the sheer irony of Shulk using, well, I suppose we can use, Star Force. Yeah. So, something that I didn't mention before, but I feel like the name of that one is a bit weirdly translated. Because, so they're listed as Star Force Mega Man, but that's more like their Japanese name. So in Japanese, they're called Shooting Star Rockman, but their English name is Mega Man Geo Omega, so they probably should have done that instead of just calling them Star Force Mega Man. Ow. Back fail. And getting comboed by a frog again. Oh, it's the actual scrolling version of this stage. Uh-oh. Get out of the scroll. He's dead, isn't he? And once more, the AI falls victim to screen scrolling. That's a 3-star spirit, too. Interesting. But yeah, that character is mainly known by people outside Japan for having a cameo in Link's Awakening. I think you learn a... No, he's... You need to get some key from the castle. No, he gives you the key. I forget. It's a while since I played Link's Awakening, but I know he's in that, and I know he's involved in... Is it called Canalet Castle? Street Smash. That must be like a Street Pass thing. Never played the 3DS version, well, apart from the 3DS demo, so don't really know what that is. Okay, so... This doesn't seem to lead me anywhere new. That does, but that's going to lead me out of the maze. It's kind of funny they're being represented by Melia Shulk of all things. And this song is actually kind of fitting, because... Proto Man in the Mega Man EXE series, or Mega Man Battle Network series, is kind of like an amalgamation of Proto Man and Zero. Then they would introduce an actual Zero.exe. But you being Shulk kind of makes sense, because Shulk also has an Energy Blade. Yeah, Proto Man in the... Let's do Smash, I guess. Which I believe means I have increased knockback, but I knock them back a lot. And bye-bye, other Shulk. I'm gonna follow you! Just because I know I'm going to win anyway. Was he trying to switch to jump in midair? Was that me? I don't know. I didn't press B, so it probably was him trying to futilely switch to jump in midair. And that's going to open up some more of the clouds. To a pretty decently sized area. No idea where that pipe goes to. Oh, and there's another fighter down here. It's so easy to get distracted, but there is still a fighter trapped in the maze. We need to save them. Let us go. We must press on and on and on, as Melia would say. Yeah, no, I know that was Melia. That was definitely Melia. And here we are. Sidestepper. From, yeah, this... Lots of Game & Watchers. Can deal damage by dashing into you. Okay. The question is it possible to counter that? I guess we'll see. I mostly played yes, I have played the original Mario Brothers, but I played it when it was included as a side game in Mario & Luigi, which I think it was a side game in every single Game Boy Advance Mario game. So I'm really slow. Does the power block do massive damage to them? Well, if they're sidesteppers, it would only flip them over, not kill them. I love how they go bouncing like that. Oh, no, don't kill me, sidestepper, please. Oh, enemy move speed. Okay, don't. I better not get comboed off the side by the sidestepper. Where am I? There I am. Okay. But yeah, them having increased move speed makes sense, because once you hit the sidesteppers once, they flip over, and they get faster. And angrier. Oh, it's always funny when they bounce around like that. Are you ready for a double chain attack? Or I could just backslash accidentally. There's still 4 of them left. Wait, huh? Okay, that seems to work differently than it did before. And I think this is an illegal chain attack because there's more than 3 people in the party. Also, a spoiler appeared in that chain attack. Because this game really doesn't care about spoilers, just look at the Black Knight's spirit. Which I'm really looking forward to getting to, by the way, but... Actually, the Black Knight's probably a 4-star Fire Emblem spirit now I think about it. Oh, it's a blue sidestepper. Oh yeah, and you can pick these guys up and throw them. This is a weird battle. There's some people who really like the Mario Bros stage because it's a very different playstyle to traditional Smash Brothers, but it's kind of fun like to take a break with it sometimes. Oh yes, and that item's official name is Boss Gallagher, not just Gallagher, but I just call it Gallagher. Okay, you're not a 4-star. I thought for a second you were a 4-star. Nintendo Letterbox series? Okay, then. But I do know you're an assist trophy. And your assist trophy's pretty cool. I always thought you were from Art Academy or something. Well, you are reasonably strong. I suppose I can use Primal Ground on you. And you have an assist of a Mii Gunner and a Mii Sword Fighter. I didn't get to backslash any of you. What do I got, well, yeah, I got stuck doing Monado arts and I didn't notice, well, I did notice they were killing me, but I couldn't react in time. Yeah, that's always a problem with one of these, like, select from a menu type abilities in a game like this. It's very, like, it's hard to find good opportunities to switch styles. So that's my left tilt. Haven't really used much of Shulk's tilt attacks. That up tilt looks nice. Really nice, actually. In some ways it seems to be better than his up smash. Oh, that was close. Oh, that ghost is damaging me, isn't it? Yeah, I have no idea who this character is at all. Oh, you almost walked right into my backslash, but you did not. Only one of them got hit by it, though. And yeah, by the way, all of Dunban, Wiki, and Spoiler's voice clips in that attack are all stock footage from the first Xenoblade Chronicles. They do at least say slightly different lines every time, which is good. I need to look up who voices Dunban. I know a lot of the voice actors in that game. I know that Fiora's voice actress was in Professor Layton vs. Ace Attorney. And that Melia is voiced by Clara Oswald from Doctor Who. Among many, many, many other British TV series. But I forget who voices Dunban. I need to look that up. Mr. Game & Watch. Interesting. I guess it makes sense for you to be here, though. I say I guess a lot. I suppose I can use Starman. Feels a bit weird to be fighting Mr. Game & Watch with Shulk, but anyway. Yeah, I think I've played a couple of, like, I saw people had Game & Watches at school, I think. The whole LCD thing. It was funny because if you put the screen up to a, Buster, I guess. If you put the screen up in front of like a bright light, you could see all of the little frames of animation on the screen, so you could tell exactly what was what was possible in the game, what kind of movements were possible. I think there was a Mario, like an LCD Mario Game & Watch type thing that I saw some people have. Let's use Smash is red. You know, back in the day, I always used to call Mr. Game & Watch Mr. Lame & Watch, because I didn't really like him that much, but I guess he's kind of cool. He had this weird role in Subspace Emissary's lore, though, because apparently Mr. Game & Watch canonically has no concept of good and evil. And he was the source of the shadow bugs, and, yeah, that mode has some really complicated lore. It shows one of the... Like, you get enough of the story just by watching the cutscenes, but there was so, like, you had to read Sakurai's notes to really see what else they wanted to cram into the game. There was so much that they wanted to cram into that story, and just, there's only so much you can tell without dialogue. And while, like, again, I appreciate the idea of a dialogueless story, and it did work for what it was, some of the, like, other things that Sakurai wanted to do with the story, like explain, you know, how Meta Knight's ship got stolen, and, you know, like, Mr. Game & Watch, the whole deal with him, and, you know, what, of course I should probably switch to Mr. Game & Watch now, and, like, the three villains, Bowser, Ganondorf, and Wario, what were all their motivations? All of that, you couldn't really convey that in the game itself.
Mr. Game & Watch!
He doesn't, I don't know, I think I prefer the way the announcer says his name now, but, oh, control reverse. I need someone with 2 slots. No, that's weak, Lulina. Not Buzz Buzz. I need 2 slots, please, and I need 2 slots that is not Buzz Buzz. Might as well use weak Lulina. I'm probably, you know, I should dismiss her because I already have a Lulina. I've actually said I'm never going to dismiss spirits unless I know that a lot of them are useless, but I'm a collector at heart, and I want to have at least one of every spirit, unless there's a limit. So my general plan is that I am so thankful I have the immunity for this now, but yeah, my general plan is that I will only be, yeah, some of Mr. Game & Watch's attacks are different looking now. But, oh, he drops a bomb with his side air. That's cool. And his down air is still the key plunge. I can kind of compare that to some of Link's down airs. Okay, no, I'm not going to go for it. Does do quite a bit of knockback, though. Oh, I used a banana in the wrong direction. That was a weird sentence. I mean, I might try and 9 someone someday. Okay, my basic A is Bug Spray. 2, 8. What was I saying about Mr. Game & Watch again? Alright, yeah, I'm never going to release spirits unless I have duplicates. Because, yeah, I like to have one of everything. So is this still Octopus? It still is Oh, okay, I'm not in control of it, it just carries them away. Right. I thought for a second, is he one of the few people who still has a transformation in Final Smash, but doesn't look like it. It seems like it just does one thing and then it just carries them away. Interesting. Okay, let's see where this pipe leads. Oh, wait a minute, doesn't this lead... Well, we'll see. Nope, this leads somewhere I've never been before. To what looks like magic hands. Let's save that for later. I like how he still makes the noises even when he's moving on the world map. Urban Champion Fighter or Blooper? Wasn't Urban Champion a 3DS classic? I think it was. I kind of want to go for Blooper. Okay, I guess, yeah, Inkling makes perfect sense for a Blooper. Low Gravity Time Battle. And this music also makes sense. It was weird. I never knew this was the underwater theme from Super Mario Bros. For a really long time. The first time I heard this song was when, what's her name? The piano playing ghost in Luigi's Mansion played it. And that was really, that moment was actually really hard for me because, like, she plays a song and then she asks you, which Mario game was this from? I had not played any 2D Mario. Well, not. I think at that point, the only 2D Mario I'd ever played was Super Mario Land 2, which was my first Mario game ever. So, no clue about any of these Super NES or NES Mario soundtracks at that time. So, that was that. I had to just guess for all of her questions. So that was kind of annoying. What was her name, though? I know that character, but I forget her name. Just thinking of X-Death there, going, Turtle! Which got referenced in Dissidia for some... Well, not for some reason, because Dissidia references a lot of memes for characters. So my tilts are chair, manhole, and... lifeguard? I don't know. I'm just gonna call that lifeguard. Spike! Now retract your spike so I can pick you up again, or are you just gonna stay there? Burn, sea urchin, burn! Sorry, I'm... Well, I guess you all just floating around the screen with low gravity makes a lot of sense for bloopers, but still. Okay, so that's down. That was a strange battle, but yeah. Mr. Game & Watch is pretty interesting. But yeah, one thing that I didn't fully say before, the beach. Okay, now, as per the trailers, I know we need Lapras for this. I do remember that. Well, that's obvious. If you've read the Pokedex in any Pokemon game, except maybe Black and White, you'll know who that is. But, you know, the funny thing... Actually, you being Little Mac makes perfect sense. The only thing I know about Urban Champion is that it got released as a 3D classic at one point. But, yeah, so yeah, the Melee announcer would say Mr. Game & Watch as Mr. Game & Watch, instead of Mr. Game & Watch.
Mr. Game & Watch. Ready?
But, anyway... One thing that I've only, like, realized about Lapras recently, and I think it's partially due to me, like, knowing about Twitch Plays Pokemon and things like that, and then wanting to go for the Lapras, but... Missed with the 9, but got with the fire. Is that Lapras mostly, or at least the Lapras that's given to its Silph-Co, which is the only way you can get Lapras in that game, so really, I can say Lapras only exists in case you don't have a Pokemon with Surf. By the time you get to the point in the game where you need to surf. I never really considered that, but now that I know more about game design, I can appreciate, yeah, that's why they give you that Lapras. It's because, like, the player may have somehow released all their water... Oh, I've heard that one's bad. Yep, let's avoid that for now. The player may have released all their water types. That's actually pretty good, King K. Rool. And of course, K. Rool has a lot of belly counters, so it makes sense for that. This is a remix, I think, not the actual one. Let's go with Little Mac. But yeah, it's possible the player might have released all their water types, not have enough, I'm guessing a lot of food spawns, not have enough money for Pokeballs and have sold all their Pokeballs, and get to the point where they need Surf and have no method of catching a water type whatsoever. And so that's why this... Oh, you favor your belly counter, don't you? Got crowned there, much like a certain Kirby boss, I guess. Of course, if I was Little Mac, I would, how did you... Because, yeah, I think King Hippo was a very infamous puzzle for... I think this battle's like a understand how K. Rool's counter works 101. But if I grab you and pummel you, though, you probably can't counter that. It's a very boring way to win, though. I think you were about to go for a belly counter there, but I forget exactly how you beat, because I've never actually played a Punch-Out game. I've watched Wii, and I've watched speedruns of the original NES game, and I've played the Masterpieces version in Smash 4, and by the way, I couldn't beat Glass Joe. So that shows how bad I am at Punch-Out. Don't use your blow up the island attack on me, please. You are. But you missed. And belly counter, but gone. That's a pretty funny pose. But yeah, I think you're supposed to, like, punch him in the... No, you punch him in the jaw when he opens his jaw, then you punch him in the stomach. And I like how he gets a manhole cover to block his weak spot in the Wii version. Undertow, Splatoon 2. Oh, that's from one of the, like, the Celtic band, isn't it? I think it is. From the Oendun, aka Elite Beat Agent series. That's interesting, because yeah, I know that game's about a cheer squad in Japanese, and Japanese cheer squads are not really that much of a thing outside Japan. I know that Team Rocket dresses up as one in the Lieutenant Surge episode of the anime. But yeah, and I know that, I think there are Ramble and Evil Mushroom equipped. Not really sure what that does, but I think the protagonist of Persona 4 has a cheerleader costume in Persona 4 Golden. That's really all I know about that, though. But yeah, they changed it to Elite Beat Agents in English, which apparently was an awesome game. Like, both of them were apparently pretty great. I think Isabelle has pom-pom attacks, so this makes sense. But yeah, Elite Beat Agents is such a good name for a game. Okay, so I shoot puffs from a mushroom. Interesting. And then the mushroom walks along the ground when it gets dropped. Enemy attack power up, is that because there's a cheering effect in play or something? And now you're using my mushroom against me. And oh, my controls are reversed. I just realized that. Thankfully, I'm a bit of an expert, unintentionally, but whoa, yeah, I'm not an expert. I'm dead. Okay, not equipping the Rambling Evil Mushroom anymore. That was a mistake, seeing as they can just grab it from me and use it against me. Yeah, that's better. Okay, cheerleaders, they're our man. If they can't do it, great! That is the only cheer I know. Will I say that's one of my favorite lines in that film? It probably is. Just like, I really love that line overall. You weren't even doing anything. Just standing there. Oh, nice double there. Myself, and nice... That must have been a weak spirit if it went down that quickly. No, you were 2 stars. Suppose it kind of makes sense to get a, oh yeah, Mr. Game & Watch is pretty light. To get a star-giving spirit from when I was using Magalore. Oh, well there's Lapras, that makes things easier. Or I could go here. You're 3-star. Another Isabelle. Increased jump power. Makes sense because, you know, you're like an actual bird. Let's just continue to use Mr. Game & Watch for a little bit. I should probably switch back to Shulk, though, because I want to use him a bit more. Of course, your Dragon Roost Island song. I like Medley. She was an interesting character. And I also liked how in Wind Waker you technically had alternate... Oh, hi, Valoo! Yeah, you're obviously representing Valoo. But yeah, in Wind Waker... You kind of had... It was like the closest thing to different playable characters in a Zelda game. You control them with the creepy song of mind control, as I like to call it. That was a weird song. Like, it worked on statues in the dungeon, you get it, but then you have to use it to brainwash your teammates. But they were interesting to play as. I always like this stage, but then again I like Wind Waker. It's probably I think my 3 favorite Zelda games in order are, Skyward Sword is first, but then it's either Ocarina of Time or Wind Waker, and I'm not entirely sure of the order. Well, that was weird. I thought I'd use Octopus, but instead I got hit. Well, I'm definitely dead now.
Continue.
Wind Waker's probably my 2nd favorite, actually. Although, no, Ocarina of Time is good too. Half me to decide. Wind Waker is good. I mean... Admittedly, a lot of the ocean is very empty, but I do like how every single square on the ocean has its own island, and they all have something unique on them. I always thought that was cool. And Wind Waker had great music, it had some pretty good dungeons, some pretty good items too. I mean, unfortunately they had planned a couple more dungeons, but they never actually got to them. Yeah, one thing that, okay, this is a bit of a spoiler, but then again, well, I mean, Wind Waker's not really that heavy on story, and I don't know, I normally don't like giving spoilers even for old games, but since Anyway, so what I was going to say was, one thing that did disappoint me a little bit about Wind Waker is that when we finally got to the point where we could break the barrier in, aka the speedrunner's dream, the thing that all speedrunners... barrier skip, the thing that all speedrunners strive for so long. Didn't mean for that to be a CDI reference at all, but it ended up being one. Octopus in the neighborhood! Magic Schoolhouse reference, lol. Anyway. What I was saying is, when we got to that point where we finally broke the barrier... Oh, you can control it! It just moves forward automatically, but you can control its, like, vertical direction. Anyway, what I was saying is, when we finally got up to that point, I was like, oh, that's cool, we're going to actually be able to explore Hyrule a bit, and there'll be some dungeons there. And nope, it's just a straight path, and then there's just Ganon's tower, and then that's the end of the game. And I was just like, oh, I mean, I know that the game was already pretty long as it is, but I wish that you actually did get to go into Hyrule a bit, and at least, like, have one, maybe two dungeons in Hyrule before Ganon's tower. But anyway, even Ganon's tower wasn't really much of a dungeon, so that was a bit disappointing. Salamence is a 2-star spirit. Okay then. Really? I don't know how to feel about that. Well, I suppose we can have Shulk versus Demon King Dragonia. Who, no wait, no, it's Avalanche Arbacy who's the ultimate one, but Demon King Dragonia is the final Defend Colony, where the heck are you? There you are. He is the final Defend Colony 6 boss, I think. And it has a unique steel, if I remember correctly, so that one could get annoying, but I think you could respawn it, couldn't you? I forget exactly how Demon King Dragonia worked, but I just mainly know its name, because its name is insanely cool. Oh, that makes sense if it's Zinnia. Salaman's got a Mega in that generation, and Zinnia had one, didn't she? I'm pretty sure Zinnia had one. Oh, I didn't equip wind resistance. Oh, missed. That didn't, though. Let's switch to Monado Smash. Yeah, I heard that one weakness that Shulk had in the original Smash 4 is that he didn't really have a lot of launching power. Nice block there. Salamence, use Protect. I won't say it's super effective because it's a non-damaging move, and I hate it when people apply the super effective meme to non-damaging moves. But anyway, what was I saying about, something about Xenoblade Chronicles and Shulk and Zinnia and something I forget. But that doesn't matter because we have a new fighter. Oh right, yeah, Shulk had a lack of launching power, but I think that's been improved. Pokemon Trainer! I've been waiting for you. Let's go. Pokemon Trainer is the only transformation fighter still in the cast. Huh, I feel like you've been redesigned a little bit to look a little bit more like your red and blue version as opposed to your Fire Red and Leaf Green version, and I don't know how to feel about that, though you do have still have Versus Seeker. At least we don't have to KO all 3 of his Pokemon. I shouldn't have used Smash this early, but oh well. Buster is kind of funny because I'm in Buster, right? No, I'm not. Buster is kind of funny because tripped over for some reason. Because I remember it back in Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I won't say this because this is a huge spoiler, but a certain something happened, and the moment that I saw it show up, I screamed out loud, "Not Bernardo Buster!" And yeah, that was pretty cool, but yeah. Xenoblade 2 is a game that I wish I had recorded blind. Throughout the whole thing, I was like, oh, I really wish I was recording this blind. I have so much to say about all this, but I did not, sadly. And I can't really go back and change that now. I wonder who... Does the Pokemon Trainer still have their original voice, or are they different? I was thinking of some kind of Xenoblade-related one-liner, but I couldn't think of one. But we now have Pokemon Trainer. So this should be interesting. This lets me essentially play as 3 characters in one, but that gets very complicated when it comes to finding appropriate spirits, because, you know, spirits that boost fire aren't going to be so good for Ivysaur and Squirtle. Spirits that boost water, you know, vice versa. Okay, now I can go all the way up there. The path links up. So I guess I'll take you on. Oh, let's use Pokemon Trainer to fight Lapras. And in fact, maybe I'll use Pokemon Trainer for all fights against Pokemon from now on, and I'll treat them as catching them. Okay, where are you?
Pokemon Trainer.
So yeah, we now have access to, if it'll load, female Pokemon Trainer, aka Leaf. Alright, that's cool. Gold and Silver protagonist. May. That's Diamond and Pearl, I'm pretty sure. And that's also Diamond and Pearl, I think. I think that's Platinum Dawn. Is that Black and White or is that X and Y? And that's, that looks more like they're probably X and Y, actually. But that's, you look a lot like May with that palette. I didn't realize that before. That's really cool. Emerald May, to be specific, because the green accents were not on the, anyway, they weren't on the outfits in the originals. A lot of nice references there, although I do feel like this looks a bit too similar to original Pokemon Trainer. I know it is supposed to be Lucas from Diamond and Pearl, but anyway. I'm going to use female Pokemon Trainer for now, just because she hasn't been in the Smash game before. So, the reason why is that I've always wanted female Pokemon Trainer in Smash, but I always thought that if she ever got in, that she'd be a full-on semi-clone, and for example, if male Pokemon Trainer had had Squirtle, Ivysaur, Charizard, female could have, I don't know, Bulbasaur, Charmeleon, Blastoise, and have a full-on different moveset. I always thought that would be pretty cool. Also, I don't need the swimmer thing at all, because I'm Squirtle, and I can stay in water indefinitely, I think. If not, that would be stupid, but I'm pretty sure Squirtle can stay in water indefinitely. Also, kind of funny that Lapras is an Ice Climbers. And yeah, buoyancy reduced does not mean a thing to Squirtle, because, like I said, I'm pretty sure Squirtle can stay in water indefinitely. Oh, and you're on a Fungus Nation-style platform. Is this the Mewtwo? This is the Mewtwo thing. Okay, that's that, and then my side B is Razor Leaf. And I don't have a down B for obvious reasons. Or my tilts, okay. That looks cool. That's hitting you straight into the wall, though. That's probably not going to work too well. Well, technically that is super effective, because the Solar Beam aspect of it is. Wait, Weapon Resist Up might be a reference to Shell Armor. But that prevents critical hits, so that's not quite Weapon Resist Up, but I guess it's close. Okay, good. We now have Lapras. We can head out to sea now. Just like in the Pokemon games. But I want to see... Yeah, I know. We've got a new path open up, and that Squirtle, like, map icon looks weird. Sheldon, you probably run a shop. Of course you have increased range power because, you know, you're basically an arms dealer in Splatoon. They use this design of Inkling Male a lot in World of Light for some reason. I guess because the only one with glasses. I just sent Ivysaur directly into being inked, and I lost my Franklin badge instantly, I think. Actually, matches with different colored Inklings are really fun. Look at all the different colors of ink that go everywhere. So does switching out? Nope, it does not reset my ink. Good to know. Okay, I still have Flare Blitz. I do not have the Brawl Rock Smash. Okay, my up B still does that. Completely forget what Charizard's down B was. I think it was Rock Smash in... Oh, I thought about it too late. I was like, oh wait, I have Flare Blitz for recovery. Nope. Too late. Anyway, now's probably a good time to mention, I have always hated how Charizard is portrayed in Smash. So, and people are going to kill me for this, because recently it's become cool to hate on people who like Charizard, because a lot of stupid not that all Gen 1ers are stupid, but a lot of people are like, oh, I'm going to use Charizard and OU on Smogon, because that's a great idea. Like, non-Mega Charizard. And I understand why people are annoying for doing that, but Charizard is technically my favorite Pokemon. Like, I have liked it ever since the beginning, but I do know that it's pretty flawed. It was, like, decent at the start, but then it's, I love how the Gust Bellows goes all flipping all over the place with its Tornado. Does shooting items up increase the knockback from this? I love the Gust Bellows. It's so fun. Anyway, what I was saying is, I've always hated how Charizard is portrayed as in Smash. That they made Charizard a really slow heavyweight. It just doesn't make sense. Charizard in the games, its stats lean towards being a glass cannon, and I know that they don't have to be accurate to the games, because if they did, Mewtwo would be brokenly overpowered, and Shulk would not be able to hurt human characters, but anyway. Now, someone has actually told me that every shop has a unique 4-star spirit that's only available there. But anyway, I guess I'll have to check. In fact, I should probably be checking the shops constantly to see if any of them do have their exclusive 4-star spirits. No. Not you. Again, I've heard there were, was it they 3 or 4-star? I don't know. Again, because I'm totally blind on this. I'm not sure which, ones are exclusive to which place. And I don't want to buy anything because I'm just worried that I would have them appear later on in World of Light anyway, and I'd be ruining my first time experience encountering them. So now we have the whole beach cleared out. And I guess we can see what's down here. And no surfing music. Oh. Ha, that's pretty cool. Are they officially called Fishmen? Like, is that their actual name? I just called them the Fish Map people, which is not really much different. Okay. Temporary invincibility, sudden final smash. Oh, yeah, I've heard this one's pretty bad. Is there anything milder that I could take on right now? Not without starting a new area, I don't think. Yeah, I've got all the fighters that I can currently get to. But I sort of want to get rid of this thing before I start taking on the Donkey Kong area. Because that, I think, will be my next stop. I find it funny that they actually put, like, an upbeat remix of the Delfino Plaza theme in this game. It kind of works, but it's still pretty silly. But yeah, I've just always, I don't know, because I love the Pokemon series. Well, when you say sudden final smash, you meant it. Okay. I think that's the same as your previous... Oh, and you become invincible as well. Okay, so I need to make all my attacks really, really count. Oh, please. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Walk off ledges? Nope. Ah, almost walk off ledges. You. Oh, right. It's you, not me. I mean, of all the... Oh, right. It sucked you into the middle and then it explodes you. But of all the final smashes for the enemy to be suddenly getting, this one's not, like, that much of a detriment. Oh, hi there, Launch Star. All of you, fly into that Launch Star and die, please. It's just so weird to see an item like it from Mario that's always helpful to you, like the Launch Stars that get you to other places in the level. You're wearing my shell as a hat. And obligatory mention of the fact that you can use Transform for not Transform, but like switch Pokemon for invincibility frames. Final Smash again! Okay, don't get sucked into the star. Avoid the gravitational pull. Yeah, like I said, of all the... Oh, did you get into that? Did I get you? Please tell me I got you. Oh, no! Don't applaud that. That was terrible. You can applaud that, though. Okay, first try. Nice. I've heard really bad things about that. But I have a level 99 spirit, so yeah. But again, that was a fight that I was afraid of, and first try, with a character I'm not familiar with. Okay, that's all clear. So that means I can either go down there or I can... Yeah, let's do the Donkey Kong area next. Not to, you know, overshadow Pokemon Trainer or anything. I think I'll switch back to male Pokemon Trainer for a little bit after this, but next time we'll be taking on the DK crew, I guess. See you then.